Hey everybody, welcome back to Cool Bike Projects. My name's Rusty, and on my channel we teach you how to do restorations, resto-mods, and sometimes some pretty cool bike projects. In today's episode, we're working on this old specialized townie bike to convert it into an e-bike. Thanks to today's sponsor, Switch Bike. Check it out. So let's talk e-bikes for just a minute. Over the last couple years, I've had a lot of people reach out to me and ask how they could convert their current bike into an e-bike. And it makes sense. A lot of people have some attachment to their current bike. They spend a lot of time or resources to make sure it fits them just right. Maybe the geometry is just perfect, but they're looking for some additional help with their knees or trying to get up the hills a little bit easier. And I think for a lot of people nowadays, there is some really good solutions out there, even brand new e-bikes that start in that $1,000 range moving on up. But if you had to convert your bike to an e-bike, what would be the most efficient and elegant way of doing it? And in my own personal opinion, the Switch Bike kit is one of those ways. So on their website, if you check it out, they actually make the wheels custom depending on the diameter size you're after. And they can accommodate anything from a 20-inch wheel clear up to a 29er wheel. The only thing that they can't do at this point is do a through axle for modern mountain bikes or modern road bikes. But if you have anything with a regular dropout on the front, they can do it. So the kit they sent me here is for a 26-inch front wheel. I ordered the rim big enough so I could put some bigger mountain bike tires on here, but right now it's also narrow enough I can run these commuter tires. So this will replace the front wheel. We'll then add a battery pack that sits here on the handlebars, a Cadence Sensor, and then the wiring kit that goes across here to make it look nice. So let's get started. Okay, so here's what comes inside of the box here. You got your giant front wheel here. This is where most of the weight is. Then you've got your battery and mount system. We'll pull this out in just a minute. You have your Cadence kit with all the accessories needed. And actually, that's the handlebar mount. So this is their second version, I believe. If you go to their website, they have their newest versions with the really compact battery kits. But either way, this is a fully ready to go kit with only needs a few tools to do the install. So just a word about packaging. I was really impressed with the manuals as well as the overall color coding for each of the kit pieces. Construction seems pretty nice, and it certainly came with a lot of zip ties to attach this to whatever size frame you've got. This Cadence adapter here is quite interesting. There's plenty of videos out there where people talk about the adapter rings and how you can trim them down as needed. But I wish more companies were like Switch and that they gave lots of good instructions with visuals that make it easy for anyone to put this together. So while I'm doing this install, I'm going to go ahead and charge up the battery and get some juice to it because I think it's been sitting in the box for a few months. So this is our quick release basic wheel from about 20 years ago. Nothing too fancy. The big thing is because it has the quick release, it was designed to land inside of these little dropouts. So even though it's a quick release fork here, it still has dropouts for this to bolt to on both sides. Okay. These nuts here are 17 millimeters. This has got a slip cover here, kind of like if you're doing an old Sturmey Archer mount. It has two sets of washers on the inside, and one of them has a, almost like the old style where you clip onto an old, 10-speed fork, but it's designed to keep it so it's straight so it can't possibly go left and right on you. All right, up next, we're gonna do the Cadence Sensor. And essentially, what this is gonna try to do is is connect around the bottom bracket and attach to the crank arm. Something like that. But then they give you some spacers to help us actually connect and stay to the crank set. I'm going to go ahead and zip tie this, and I'll show you how this angle works. This bracket right here has two little hinge points, and the idea is to get that wheel to spin as straight up and down as it can. Up next, I'm installing the battery bracket on the handlebars. I'm impressed with the overall design and the ruggedness. It's definitely designed to fit anything from an old 25.4 diameter handlebar clear up to a 31.8. Okay, so up next is the sensor pickup, or the Cadence pickup right here. So on the back, it has what looks like a little hinge piece to it. It actually just lets it pivot kind of up and down with a piece of self-adhesive sticky. And this cable is going to run the length of the down tube and connect to the front there. So the only trick to this at all, kind of like putting a computer on a bike, is right along the disc here we have these magnetic pickups. And you can see these little round brass looking magnets on the outside that are also right here on the inside. And the idea is that this mount is going to go right here and get picked up by the frame. Okay, so we got our connector right here. I think we're ready to attach the battery. So not 100% charged, but pretty dang close. So hold down the power button here, and then here on the top you can see the display port. As you change it here, you can change how much power it's giving you for assist. So I'm going to power this off right now while I plug this in. Okay, there's our connector pins right there. This is going to go on front, and then it clicks. It's in place. So let's go and power this guy on. Right now it's on medium power. Let's see if she goes. Whoa. That's pretty substantial. And in case anybody wants to know, if you backpedal, it's not going to tell it to go forward. It's only when you go forward. Hey everybody, I just got back from my test ride and had a blast. Did about 8 miles before the thunderstorm in town started chasing me back to my house. But Cadence Sensor works great. I had it in the middle speed. There's 5 different boost speeds on this, and it did awesome. I had it fully charged this time and didn't lose a single bar of power. So these things are rated for between 20 and 30 kilometers on a single charge. I understand the newer kits will do at least 30 kilometers on a single charge. But bottom line is, if you've been looking for a conversion kit like this, this would be awesome on any type of commuter bike. And certainly if you were doing something like bike packing, I actually wouldn't mind doing something like this as a backup if you're doing long distances and we're worried you couldn't make it that last 30 miles or so. So if you're interested, I would encourage you to check out their website, switchbike.com. You can learn about all their sales and different power packs they have. But what a fun day. Anyway, see you later.